What's going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this one we are going to show all of our pickups that we did make at the National, and then I do also want to provide just kind of my overall thoughts about this year's National. Especially being in Atlantic City. I had never been to Atlantic City before, so I just want to kind of share my opinion about this particular National, and then we will get into all of the pickups here. So I guess just looking at the pickups real quick, I do have it split up into 3 stacks. So we have our SGC pre-grade submissions on the left here. We have our mid to high end pickups in the middle, and then on the right is kind of lower end pickups as well as stuff that I actually ripped from boxes at the National. So we will get into that here in a minute, but before we do, again, just want to give my overall thoughts on this year's National. And also, before I get into anything, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who did come up to me at the show, whether it was at the booth. I know I was only at the booth for a couple days because, again, my main focus was to sell those fire packs. And once those were sold out, I was able to, kind of do what I wanted to do, which was roam around the show and explore and just see everything, which I really haven't been able to do at the past 2 Nationals that I've been to. So if you just saw me at the show walking around and said, hey, or if you saw me and said you enjoy the videos, I really, really do appreciate it. I feel like more people than any other National or any other show really came up to me this time and said that they watch the channel, support the videos and everything like that. So really, really appreciate that. And also, if you were able to pick up a fire pack, definitely appreciate that support as well. So moving on to the overall thoughts about this year's National. Once you're at the show, once I was at the show, it was an absolute blast. I loved it. I love the hobby. I love sports cards. So being at the biggest show in the world, I'm going to have a good time. With that being said, I do hope it is never in Atlantic City again. So it is just an absolute pain to get there. Having it in Atlantic City makes absolutely no sense. There's not a direct flight into the airport. Most people fly into Philadelphia, and then you either have to take a very expensive Uber or you take the train, which is what I did. I took the train in and out, which is pretty cheap. It's only like $15, but you're stuck on a train for a good 2 hours back to the airport. So definitely not ideal. So I actually flew out Saturday night at 7. I had to leave the show basically to give myself plenty of time. I left the show I think at like 1:30 that day, because that's when the train was coming out. If I had waited on the next one, which was like 3:30 or 4, I would have been very, very close making that flight. So Atlantic City just doesn't make sense. And then also there was issues with the food. Like the lines for food at the venue were absolutely insane. It was very, very slow. I know on one day, some of the places that serve food actually ran out of food. So that was a nightmare. I will say last year in Chicago, it was extremely, extremely hot in the show. Like I can remember just like dripping sweat. I will say Atlantic City, the AC, air conditioning worked very well. It was actually kind of chilly in the show. But yeah, in my opinion, I think it should be in Chicago every single year. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people wanted to go out to the West Coast, but yeah, I do hope it's never in Atlantic City again. So, but overall thoughts, once you're actually at the show, it was an absolute blast. I do also want to mention that prices were very, very high. Oh, and also a big negative about the show is there was no cell service at all. So I know a lot of people really had issues like looking up comps on cards, and then they actually charged for Wi-Fi, which I believe was like $80 a day, which is just absolutely outrageous. So basically, if you were a business and you had a booth there and you didn't have cell service, you had to pay that $80 a day. Otherwise, you just couldn't look anything up. So that was, I almost forgot to mention that. That was a huge, huge negative. No cell service, and you had to pay for very, very expensive Wi-Fi. So I guess, yeah, those are my overall thoughts. Again, there were definitely some negatives to the show, but overall, just very, very positive. Love the show. So let's go ahead and get into these pickups here. So I think I will start with the stack on the right. Again, these were kind of lower end pickups or cards that I actually pulled from boxes. So I opened the Chronicles H2 box. I opened a couple Chronicles T-Mall basketball boxes, and then a Court Kings Asia box, as well as a Topps Chrome Champions League box. So opened like 4 or 5 boxes while at the show. So here are a few of those pickups. We did pull the Mac Jones Crown Royale. Of course, we got our Giannis. out of our last silver pack that we opened. This one is to 199. Decided not to SGC pre-grade that one. Didn't really think that that was worth it. And then we got a couple T-Laws out of the H2 box. Crown Royale, Zach Wilson Silver Score, and then the Trevor Lawrence Elite, which if you guys saw that box battle, this one was actually flipped around. I really thought we had a T-Law auto, so that was a little bit of a letdown. And then one of our acetates out of that Court Kings Asia box was a Bones Highland, and the acetates do look really, really cool. Like that card a lot. And then we did pull one numbered card as well. So we got a Chris Middleton that is going to be to 25 on the Middleton. And then a few of those cards that did come out of the Chronicles, T-Mall, Sadiq Bey, Kevin Durant, Campazzo, Donovan Mitchell, and then we did get a 150 points card. And if you guys are trying to scan that code, good luck. It's the code on the back. Ben Simmons. Did get a Cade Cunningham and a Franz Wagner out of the Court Kings box. And then out of the Topps Chrome Champions League box, we did pull a Duvan Zapata auto. That one is a gold, which is going to be numbered to 50 there. And that's actually 1 of 50. And then just a few of the color cards. We got Tyler Morton. We got a purple Trent Alexander-Arnold, Leroy Sané, Sadio Mane. And then just a few more here. We have Kyo George, not sure how to say that one. Jack Grealish, that's the purple and gold star ball parallel, love that one. And then we got a pink on the Jordan Henderson, refractor of Alphonso Davies, and that pretty much does it for the Topps Chrome Champions League. And then our second box of Chronicles T-Mall, we got Zion, we got DeMar DeRozan, the Moses Brown, and I wanted to check that one again. I don't think that one's numbered. It looks like it should be numbered because of that like blue color, but unless I'm just totally missing it, I don't think that one's numbered. We got Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, and then we're going to finish with Paul George. And then out of some of those, the Topps national packs, we did pull a Khalil Watson. I did hold this one out of grading because I did see like a little bit of a print line on that one, or a scratch, something, whatever. We held that one out. And then we have the Cole Menarez and the Marco Luciano, and then also the Josh Lowe and Jason Dominguez. So that does it for the Topps national packs, other than what we did get SGC pre-graded, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. And then we did pick up a nice one here, Donovan Mitchell Prism White Sparkle. Price on this one was 60. I believe I offered 50 and they went ahead and took it. I thought that was a good deal. I kind of picked this one up because, as you guys might know, in the national fire packs, I did go ahead and put in my Donovan Mitchell green shimmer first off the line, which Nash Cards actually hit, and shout out to Nash Cards. Had a lot of fun setup with them. It was actually in the background right here for a long time, so I went ahead and picked this one up to actually replace that card. Thought 50 bucks was a good deal on that one. And then I picked this one up from a random person. I was standing at the Panini booth, either watching a box war or doing something, I can't remember, but someone came up to me, said they watched the channel, and asked if I would be interested in taking a look at what they had, and saw this one and caught my eye. I love Contenders Optic, obviously a big Luka fan, so I went ahead and grabbed this one for I believe like 40 bucks, and that is orange, numbered to 49. All right, and that does it for the lower end pickups. Now we'll move into actually we'll save that. That's a good stack there. We will move over to the SGC pre-graded cards. And I will say a lot of this stuff, I don't think I mentioned on a video, but I am planning on doing a Card Shop Live mystery pack probably next Sunday. And a lot of this stuff, I kind of had that goal in mind to include it in the Card Shop Live mystery packs. So this one will most likely be in there. I am pretty high on Anthony Simons. Think he has a ton of potential. I think he's going into his 4th season and is still extremely young. So he definitely has a lot of potential. When I actually picked this one up, I kind of had the intention of holding it, but it might end up in the Card Shop Live mystery packs. We'll see how it goes. But that one got a 9/10. And if you do get one of those in the Card Shop Live that is an SGC pre-grade, just know that you can send it to SGC and get it slabbed with this grade for $18, which is a really good deal. Now this one is the O'Neal Cruz 9.5. This one did actually sell on eBay, which is part of the reason why I want to go ahead and get this video recorded, because I do have to ship out a couple of these today. So O'Neal Cruz SGC 9.5, sold that one for $45 on eBay. And then we have a Julio Rodriguez SGC 10. So someone actually bought this one yesterday for $170. I accepted the offer, and then they messaged me and asked to cancel, and they said they found one cheaper. So I'm guessing they bought a raw one for cheaper. Well, went ahead and relisted it, and probably an hour later, someone made me an offer of $200, and I went ahead and accepted that, and they paid. So sold this one for $200. So I picked up the Topps Chrome Champions League box and was able to get 2 packs. So the Topps Chrome Champions League box was $200. I sold these 2 cards for $245. So definitely a win there. And then we have the Trey Sweeney, which this one is on eBay if anyone's interested, or if you want to hit me up on Instagram. This one is still available, but 9.5 on the Trey Sweeney to 50, which apparently someone messaged me and said that he actually went to high school in Louisville, which I had no idea. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the Justin Fields Obsidian. This one got an SGC 8. Still not exactly sure what I missed here. I thought the corners and edges and centering looked good, so I'm guessing I missed something on the surface. Not really too sure there, but kind of unfortunate. Probably won't include this one in the mystery packs. I don't want to put an SGC 8 in there. So if anyone's interested, hit me up. We could probably work out a deal on that one. And then this one also won't go in there. So this one probably doesn't have a ton of value here, but LeBron Spectacular Debut. This one is out of Spectra T-Mall. That one got a 9. Might throw that one in there as like a package deal or something, but definitely won't be by itself. This one most likely will be in there, the Jalen Waddle Rookie Wave Auto. Again, I just thought this was a really cool card. He's definitely a top young receiver, and this one is going to be numbered at 249, so nice one there. And we got a couple Kyler Murray. So the next 2 will both be in the mystery packs. Kyler Murray lottery ticket, SGC 9.5. Super nice one there. And then really, really nice one here, the checkerboard. Thought this one had a shot at a 10, but man, on this year's Prism, I just cannot get a 10. So had to settle for the 9.5, but I'll certainly take it. Could definitely be a lot worse than that. And then this one will also most likely be in there. I just love this dude's auto. I think he's a pretty decent name. I think in a 9.510, this is probably somewhere around the $75, $80 range. But this dude has a sweet auto. So Luis Rodriguez Bowman Chrome Auto, definitely a nice one there. And that does it for the SGC pre-grade. So now let's go ahead and get into our mid to high-end pickups. Okay, so first up we have our Paul Pierce. And this is just a sweet looking card. I believe these were inserted into random products. I'm not sure what this one actually came from, but we have the Paul Pierce award-winning auto. These are all on card too, which I really like. And I actually traded this for a fire pack. So someone came up, I believe it was someone who had actually bought a couple, and I think they wanted another one, and asked if I'd be interested in just trading straight up. And this was kind of towards the end too. I think a lot of the bigger chase cards had come out. And he said the value on this was, I believe, around like $80. So I went ahead and exchanged, I believe, yeah, there's a clip, I believe from day 2 where I actually traded this for a fire pack, and it was a pretty fair trade. I want to say a John Morant My House PSA 10 came out of there. So it actually worked out to be a pretty fair trade in my opinion. So Paul Pierce award-winning on-card auto. That one might end up in the Card Shop Live mystery packs as well. This one will for sure. Joe Montana Mosaic White Sparkle. Just a beautiful looking card. Love the white sparkles. I actually got this one and the next one in a package deal. So $65 marked on the Montana. And you guys know I threw in that big Cole Anthony out of Panini 1-in-1 green. That was the main chase card in the fire pack. So wanted to kind of replace it with another Cole Anthony, and I love Spectra. Love the Spectra RPAs. This is on card. So we got a Cole Anthony on card Spectra RPA numbered to 99. Price marked on that one was $125, which honestly I already thought was kind of cheap. So I believe the total price was $190. I want to say, so I said, do you have any room? And I believe they said $170. And I was kind of thinking $150 in my head. So we met in the middle at $160, which I think is a pretty good deal on these. And this one, I actually looked, the Panini redemption seal on this has not been broken. So this one has not been checked out as far as like condition goes. So could potentially be a grader. I did look at it a little bit, and corners and everything looks pretty good. So possible grader there, but definitely happy to pick up another really nice Cole Anthony card. So Montana will end up in the Card Shop Live mystery packs this coming week. Probably gonna hold on to the Cole Anthony. And then next up, so you guys know I moved I traded the 101 Cade Cunningham, and part of the reason I actually did that, I mean, I guess I should probably well, I'm going to show what I got here in a minute. But part of the reason why I did that is because I did actually pick up another Cade Cunningham earlier in the show, which you guys probably saw. But someone came up and asked if I was interested in this. So this one is out of Donruss Choice. It is a Cade Cunningham redemption, which I am planning on redeeming. So if anyone's interested in this, I do want to keep this one. I am going to go ahead and redeem this. But they offered a price of $250 and said that there was recent comps above like $300 to $400, which $250 I already thought was a really good deal. And, you know, I was able to actually talk him down a little bit. I said, do you have room on it? And he said, you know, he thought $250 was pretty fair, but he was actually willing to come down to $240. So got $10 off, which I'll take. So do plan on keeping this one. And again, part of the reason why I moved the 101 Cade is because I did pick up another one earlier in the show. And now we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that trade here, because these are going to be the final two pickups of the show, which were part of that Cade Cunningham trade. So I've looked at some of the comments. Me and that guy were both kind of worried that we were each going to get roasted. And honestly, it's pretty split down the middle. There's a lot of people that said I got the better part of the deal, and there's a lot of people that said he got the better part of the deal, which honestly, that tells me that's probably a pretty fair trade. But I will just mention on the Cade, I had probably shopped that card around for an hour to an hour and a half at the show, and probably took it to 20 to 30 dealers at least and said, hey, are you guys buying? And they said, yeah, I'll take a look. So I said, you know, I'm kind of shopping this card around. Just pulled it. It's a 101 SGC 1010. And every single dealer, literally every single one said, wow, that is an amazing pull. Congrats. But I'm just not interested right now. So, you know, everyone's saying that I was way undervalued on the Cade or could have gotten way more. And not a single dealer at the show even made me an offer. So that should tell you something. There was a lot of comments saying, you know, I would have valued the Cade at double what you valued it at, which was like $3,000 to $4,000. If I didn't get a single offer from a dealer, you know, I don't know. I don't think it would be valued at double. But anyway, I was very happy with the trade. I know the person that got the Cade was very happy with the trade. So in my opinion, very, very fair deal. And one reason, honestly, the main reason I started shopping that card around was just because the national stuff just tanks. You know, every year, this is my third national. I've seen it happen. The silver pack and gold pack stuff is super hot, like at the national and maybe a week or two after, but then it just goes, it goes down. It doesn't hold its value. So that was a little bit of a concern on the 101 Cade auto, because it did come from a silver pack. It was national exclusive. So, you know, of course, Cade could come out and be an all-star and, you know, be the best player in the league. And sure, maybe it goes up to 10,000, but there were people commenting that that's a $100,000 card. And I'm like, guys, this is not a 101 Prism or National Treasures. So anyway, we were able to get $1,100 cash for the Cade, as well as the KD Kaboom and the Mac Jones Purple Power Auto. So total value at the show, again, couldn't look up comps. He told me that the last time he had checked, this one was around 600. This one was around 11 to 12, which that was very accurate on the back, because one actually did end the night of the trade for $1,200. So my estimate on this value was $2,900. Now, this one's actually not worth quite $600. It's more around the $400 range. So we'll do $1,200 and $400. That's $1,600, and then $1,100 cash is $2,700. So still a really, really good amount of value on that Cade, which again, I was in the card for $100. So that is a major, major win in my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to stop rambling. Hopefully you guys did enjoy these pickups, and that is going to conclude it for the national content. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the videos. They have definitely been some of the more popular ones on my channel in recent times. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, and I will see you soon.